hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So I'm coming to you guys with another Hollywood Hot Topics. Before I get started, make sure I hit that like button, make sure I hit that subscribe button before Cardi B asked about that. Okay, so one of the first topics I wanted to talk about, you guys, was the Shanquella update. So there's been some more details that have came out since the whole story has came out. Now they have moved the case to a homicide case. So it seems as if the case is kind of starting to go along, which seems to be like a really positive thing, but we are finding out some more dark details about the rest. Yesterday, the dad went live with someone and did like a short interview. I'm only going to play a little snippet of the interview, but just take a look and let me know what you guys think you are.
And first we called, a guy answered the phone, he didn't speak English. So we called back again, and another young lady answered the phone, and her name was Elizabeth. And from that point on, she said, I asked her, you have Shanquella Robinson over there? She said, yes, sir. Miss Robinson, I'm sorry for your loss. And so from that point on, she said, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to stick with you until I get your daughter back to the States. So that lady was like an angel. So a lot of paperwork had to be done. Her mom sent the paperwork was already in the system. So I called her back. She said, yeah, I got the paperwork. I need a release form so I can release her body to you. And so we did that. And the bill came up and everything. So I wired the money over there, after I wired the money, they got the body. So did the paperwork, and it'll take a while for that paperwork to get done because they transfer everything over into English.
Yeah.
So she got back here last Thursday, around about 5 o'clock. So I'm sitting there in the funeral home. As soon as that door opened and that box came in there with her in it, man, just cried like a baby.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to leave out the funeral home. My brother had to pull me out of there. I'm sitting here, looking at her, seeing, a knot on her head, her eye swole, she got a cut lip. And, that's no alcohol wasn't going to do all that. So I said, something not adding up right here.
I wanted to say, for the friends to try to lie and make it seem as if it was alcohol poisoning, you could tell the unintelligence and the idiotic mindset that they have, because if somebody has those marks on them, how could they have died of alcohol poisoning? That doesn't even make any sense. So I don't know who out of their group was like, oh, let's say that she died of alcohol poisoning. Like, y'all couldn't have came up with something better to where, let's say y'all went to some trip down the street or something like that, and y'all took a hike and then she fell, versus alcohol poisoning. Like, that's how you could tell how dumb people are. It just makes no sense.
So y'all gonna come back here to the States and bring her luggage back, sit right there in her mom's, in her sister's face, ate, told y'all story, how it happened, alcohol poisoning and all that. And then, 2 or 3 days later, when that report came back, the lady told me, no, Mr. Brown, your daughter didn't die of no alcohol poisoning. She died, it was trauma to her neck and her spinal cord. It was broke. So that's when I just had it. I said, no. I said, baby girl, your daddy is not gonna let you die in vain. I will get justice for you.
Right. Yeah.
We'll get justice for you. So, going forward, I didn't let up. I did not let up, not one bit. And I know the grace of God has got everybody out here who caring and loving and everything and giving me the strength that I need to stand on this. Because I've been crying, I've been having my moments, I really can't sleep because that was my heart. It was a big hole. Y'all didn't came back here. Y'all got kids. I think some of you all got little kids from what I heard. I don't be on Facebook or social media or Twitter, all that. I don't that's not my style.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a person, I'm just laid back in the back scene. But it's not a fighter. It's not a fighter at all.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a shame, for y'all men to be sitting in the room, the video I saw.
Yeah.
For y'all men to be sitting in that room and y'all let this go on, ain't do nothing. And Khalid, you supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. 5 years.
Friend. Now I want to.
Y'all supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
Friends just don't do that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do y'all? I understand y'all. You're not talking no more like you was before you left. So what? Why you hiding? Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth. Call you. Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, what happened or any of that?
No, Khalid never called whatsoever. From what his mom was telling me, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me, that she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord trauma.
Right.
That's how they got the information, was through me. And then once they came, when I called and sent what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, when they told me he got all sick and wasn't feeling good, and say his aunt was with him or his mama was with him, he wanted to leave. And when he left, they ain't heard no more from him, So, and then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know if y'all woke up out of her sleep, to beat her naked like that. Well, why she was naked? You mean sisters? Do y'all have a mother?
My bad. I do see a lot of you guys in the comments and stuff talking about the interview. The guy who was doing the interview, and y'all don't think he conducted it properly. I did see a lot of people say that, but I don't even care about his interviewing skills. And y'all know I'm the first to criticize somebody's interviewing skills and be like, oh, he should have asked this, he should have asked that. But that's not even the point right now. Another thing that came out, you guys, and this is alleged too, it's not confirmed, that the girl that was beating her in the video was trans. So there's like a whole lot of reports that are coming out that the girl that was in the video that was fighting her is trans. This is gonna bring like a whole nother layer to the story that people do not understand, because I could just see if she turns out to confirm to be trans, this is going to start like a whole trans versus cis women battle. I could already see this happening from the jump, but I'm not going to play the audio of this video. But as you guys can see, there is images of the girl in the video on the right. I'm going to do it full screen as like a woman. And then they're saying this was her before she transitioned. So that's another thing that's being said out there about the girl in the video. So I really am hoping she's not trans, because this is going to start a whole nother war, to be honest. And I really hope this is Photoshop, because me, as somebody who uses Photoshops, this does look Photoshop. It does. I'll say that. But I do think it is a little bit believable, because if you look at her pictures, and I know every girl doesn't have the most boobs or whatever, but you can tell the chest of her isn't the most, it doesn't look the most natural. I'll say that. So that's why I do believe it a little bit, okay? But it hasn't still been confirmed yet. This was the guy in the interview that the dad was talking about that was a friend of Shanquella for 5 years, the Khalil guy. So this was the guy that I guess the dad was talking about, that said he was nervous and was feeling sick, and they never heard from him again. Apparently some of them are already in hiding and are not wanting to show their faces out there, because they know, the FBI is on their BUTT. And if they do get convicted, they will be put into Mexican jail, because the crime happened in Mexico. And if you guys know about Mexican jail is nothing to play with. It is worse than American jail can ever be. Like, they torture you. It's not clean. The cleanliness is trash. The treatment is trash. The food is trash. They literally treat you like a peasant. in Mexican jail. So why they thought this was a good idea to even try to do is stupid to me. And there was also a video of a live that came out where she was seeming to go into a room where the rest of the friends and stuff were, and it seems as if they were like plotting on her. So take a look.
You don't take that long to get naked, hoes, will ya? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What? They what the hoe said? They crew.
So you could tell when she came in, they all kind of looked at her and like and stopped like their conversation midway and just started replying back to her. This is why I'm telling you, you cannot trust people and call people your friends that easily. Because look at this whole situation. The moment, this is how you can know you don't trust somebody. If you walk into a room, right, and it's a whole group of people, and the moment you walk in and they stop talking, just know they were talking about you. Just know they were talking about you. And that's why I've never been a group friend type of person. Like, ever. Like that, I'll never be like that. I don't even think like for today a day I die, I'll never be like that. A group friend type person, because it's always either one or two people in that group that's gonna hate on you. So it's just never gonna end up working out. They're gonna try to poison the other people in the group and to not have them be friends with you or say that this person was saying this about that person. And it turns to he said, she said, he said, she said. So it's just like, no, group of friends to me have never been the tea. Group chats to me have never been the tea, to be honest. So I'd really hope she does end up getting justice. Kyrie Irving, I just saw, gave her family a donation, I believe, for about $50K. So the investigation is under wraps. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them ends up unaliving themselves due to the guilt, because the investigation is moving across like pretty quickly. So each day goes by, we're getting more and more details, we're getting more and more information, we're getting more and more videos leaking. People are speaking out more and more. The Dejanay girl that I showed you did something that was so dumb. She posted her Cash App or something like that. She was saying, oh, she's not going to be revealing information willingly like that. You guys are sick individuals. You guys don't know what actually happened. First of all, you guys are the sick individuals because y'all left her in there in another country dead. What are you talking about? We the ones sick ones. We just trying to find out what happened. So how are we sick? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So it's sad, to be honest, too, because that girl who fought her is ugly. Trans or not, she ain't pretty to me. Sorry. Not to make it about beauty or anything like that, but I'm just saying some people will be jealous of your beauty. Some people will be jealous of how much people like you. That's why I'm very, very careful of people I talk to, because I feel like I'm blessed and highly favored. And I hate to make this about me, but I'm just speaking in general. Sometimes you could be very blessed and highly favored. People hate that. They will see how much other people like you and other people are attracted to you. And I'm not talking about sexual, I'm just talking about just as a person, and they will envy that. That's why you got to be careful who you let in your circle, and you got to be careful of who you get close with. And I saw, I forgot her name, but there was a celebrity that said we need to stop victim shaming because the word being careful shouldn't be used. I agree with that a little bit, but I think the reason why people are saying be careful is they're saying it in a way of protect your energy. They're not saying she should have never had those people around her, which of course she shouldn't have, but we're not victim blaming. We're just saying always try to protect your energy for yourself, not just for everybody else to try to be so paranoid of who comes around you, but you got to know yourself and know who you can and cannot be around. So I don't think it's victim blaming, because that was something that I saw a lot of people were going back and forth about. Adara said there are second round of fighting when she was experienced a fatal blow. The other girl name is Winter Donovan. Yeah, like I said before in a previous video, I do feel like the reason why she ended up being unalive is because of probably another round of a fight or a third round of a fight that did happen. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like when I catch somebody in a lie and I catch somebody doing something very, very shiesty, distance, I'm like, anybody that know me, I'm quick to cut a person off because you're not about to play my face. Like, we're not gonna do that. we're not gonna do that because I'm too good of a person, and situations like this is why I get scared of people and being around people. Not scared as in I'm scared of them, but scared of them sucking out my energy. Okay, and that's that. All right, so next I wanted to talk about was something a little bit more light. Is Saweetie. Okay, she dropped her new album, you guys, and Sister Girl thought she ate, so she dropped an album called The Single Life, and a lot of people are criticizing her because of some of the songs she's criticizing, and not gonna lie, this isn't the most light, to be honest. She's criticizing and throwing shots at Quavo a lot throughout the album. And I did drop the link for you guys to join the live. I'm gonna start taking live call-ins after I talk about a few of the topics. She did throw some shots at Quavo on some of the songs. A lot of people are saying, do you guys think she should have pushed back the album due to what happened with Takeoff? I feel like with albums and stuff, you don't just put it out there. You have to submit it into like a form so that way they could set it out to be released a certain date. So I don't even think it's really up to her. I think if it was up to her, she still would do it, to be honest. To me, Saweetie, she shouldn't be making music. Sweetie, don't make music, sweetie. I'm just saying, like, some people are just like, some career fields are not for you. I listened to the EP, and it's only 6 songs, you guys, okay? And in my opinion, Dream Doll gives her a run for her money more than she does. Like, Dream Doll to me can spit more than she does. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people don't like Dream Doll because she a bully and all this and stuff like that, but like, at least Sister Girl, you know, she could, whether she wrote it or not, because you know it's always alleged that, you know, her pen isn't her pen, and that it's somebody else's what's that? It's somebody else's mechanical pencil. It's not really her pen. It's somebody's mechanical pencil that wrote it down and gave her the lyrics. But it hits and it sticks like Ritz. Her songs to me are just like, she's gearing. You could tell she's gearing towards the TikTok audience because a lot of the songs that she makes, they're like TikTok dances type song. Like she be like like the whole TikTok. You do a little 6-second video to it and then you put it out there, like that type of vibe. I don't really like those songs. So that's what I think about that whole thing. I do think she should have tried to find a way to push it back though, because he is really, really grieving, especially that was that boy family. So it's not like he just lost some friend or something, like that's his blood. So if he does see her in person and they run across to each other in Hollywood, I don't think it's going to be really nice. I'm just saying, a lot of these celebrities got to really, really watch out by how they're moving. Because I might have to run into some of these people in events and social events and stuff like that. You never know. And karma is a good bee, okay? So I'm just saying. Saweetie said she never wanted this to be his wife. It doesn't make sense. That's not how she was acting. I'm actually a Saweetie fan. She's not completely honest. Oh, Adara said, let's not compare Queen Dream and Salty. Yes, we have a Dream Doll fan in the house. Dream Doll, Team Dream. I dream, you dream. We all love Dream. Y'all love Dream Doll. That's one person I do want to meet in person. Like, if I ever got to meet her in person, I kind of fan out. Because, like, I live for her. Yeah, personally, she didn't have anything to do with Takeoff's death. They dropped her name in songs. So it is what it is. Okay, we have someone that disagrees, that doesn't agree that she shouldn't have pushed it back. Okay, to me, it's a push. The content that's in the album, it's a pushable album. So it's not like we were missing out on, you know, a Nicki Minaj type of, you know, repertoire and like a collection. It was just like a Forever 21 type of album. Like, we could have missed out on it, sweetie. I'm just saying, and it could have saved her the bad look. It really could have. All right, so next I wanted to talk about, you guys, was a little something scandalous and a little bit, it's not funny, but like, you'll see. So there's a content creator and an OnlyFans guy called Fat Cat, okay? And you know, on this channel, I talk about having a Big Debbie cake, okay? This guy is the king of Big Debbie cakes. Do you hear me? Big Debbie cakes. So I want to show you guys what I'm talking about and give you guys sort of like a backstory on this. So this guy right here, you guys, his name is Fat Cat. Let me mute the audio. Okay. His name right here is Fat Cat, the guy that you guys see talking in the video. Okay. So he's an OnlyFans creator, right? So he did a video with a pastor called Dwayne Dawkins, which is him right here. Okay. This pastor has been known to criticize same-sex lifestyle, everything of that sort. Okay, so as y'all see in the right video, it looks like a video that's very explicit. Okay, from the bottom down. All right, y'all see it, y'all see it, y'all see it, y'all see it. Hold on. The bottom down. Okay, so this is him, that's the pastor, and this is Fat Cat with the Big Debbie cakes. Okay, because he has who's the king of the Big Debbie cakes? Fat Cat is the king of the Big Debbie cakes. So what happened was he ended up linking with him one time. I don't know if what app or whatever. They ended up linking, and the pastor and him, they kicked it off. They had a good old time. He saw his Big Debbie cakes. He liked it. He probably went boop 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 on his, on his lap or whatever, right? So then, mind you, Mr. Fat Cat does OF content, OnlyFans content. So in this video, he's basically explaining. So what happened was he filmed the OnlyFans content with the pastor on the second link up. So they all met up for the second time, and he was just like, "Do you mind me throwing my Big Debbie cakes on you while I record this camera?" Boop, 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 boop. The pastor was like, "Sure, it's cool. We just can't do it in the name of the Lord." Okay, so then he set up the camera and everything like that. He did him a big one and all that. Ooh, my bad. He set up the camera. All right, so then throwing Big Debbie cakes on the camera, throwing Big Debbie cakes. Mind you, he gave him permission. The pastor gave him permission. He was just like, "Yeah, you can do that. It's all cool," or whatever. It's fine, right? So they filmed the content, threw the Big Debbie cakes back, slobbed on the knob, come do your job, hamdulillah. So all that was filmed. And then he posted it to his OnlyFans, I guess a couple hours after he threw the Big Debbie cakes down. Okay. So after he threw the Big Debbie cakes down, he said he was claiming in this video that the pastor called him and was just like, "Hey, can you take that video down of you throwing the Big Debbie cakes on me? Because I don't think that I want that to be shown." Mind you, this pastor has a wife and kids. So y'all keep that in mind. So it's already kind of shady to me, because it's like, one, you said yes to him recording you. Two, you didn't tell him, "Hey, bleep out my face." Because if you guys were one of the Twitter girls, you guys know a lot of these videos end up going viral. But guess what? The faces of the dudes are always blurred out. They have them wearing ski masks, and it ain't for the pandemic. It's for them getting for a pretty penny. You know what I mean? So, okay. So it's either one or the other. So this video had his bare face on while he was throwing back the Big Debbie cakes. So, yes, no. So, yeah. If y'all know where that song came from, y'all got to get my references. Slob on the knob, home do Allah. That's from ASAP Ferg. So he made a song. I'll do a lie, slow do a lie, slob on my knob, come do your job. Y'all know. If y'all know, y'all know. So he called him. He's like, "Hey, take the video down of me throwing the Big Debbie cakes down." So then he was like, "Okay, fine." He claims in this video that the video wasn't doing well anyway. So he was just like, "Okay, I'm gonna take it down because you don't want people to see that you like Big Debbie cakes from dudes." So he took it down or whatever, and I guess somebody either screen record. The story to me is a little confusing. And Fat Cat, to me, he's not innocent either. Okay, Mr. King of the Big Debbie cakes isn't all innocent either, because he said he took it down, but then he put it up again because he found out somebody messaged him and said, "Hey, you do know that guy's a pastor that you threw the Big Debbie cakes on, and that's our pastor of our church." So he was like, "Okay, I don't give a F," because, and mind you, he knew that the pastor had a wife and kids, but he didn't care, which I'm like, okay, whatever. All right, so the guy who DM'd him said, "Hey, that video you posted, that's my pastor." So he was like, okay, I guess he thought like, "Hey, since the video the first time that I posted it didn't get enough traction, let me start, let me post it again. This time I'm gonna put a new title to it." So he put a new title to it, right? So he put a new title and said, "Pastor with wife and kids gets his Big Debbie cakes thrown on," something to that effect. Right? I had to give you guys something a little bit funny and messy after this whole Shanquella thing, because it's kind of really sad to even hear about. So she posted that, and then that's when the pastor didn't call him the first time. The pastor ended up, this is what he claims, called him the second time and said, hey, you just posted me and kind of revealed my identity that I'm a pastor getting Big Debbie cakes thrown at. What the heck? So then that's when Fat Cat, King of the Big Debbie Cakes, turned it down, closed the phone on him, not turned it down, closed the phone on him and blocked him. And then he said he ended up taking it down. But I guess the second time that he put it up, what he claimed, somebody went on the OnlyFans and the OF and screen recorded it. Because if you guys don't know, on OnlyFans, you can screen record content and post it. That's how y'all be getting them XXXXXXXXXXX rated videos on Twitter. But y'all know Twitter about to, shut down and be X'd out, so you guys might not get some of those content anymore. Okay, babes, y'all better save those to your phones and screen record and save it to your phones. So after that happened, it was the person who screen recorded it showed it to the congregation. So he showed it to the congregation or whatever. They're like, oh my God, look at Mr. Pastor. He was sleeping with the deacon. Cast away what a mouse to play. LOL, smiley face, have a nicer day. So pop, 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 there goes the Debbie cakes. So, right, everybody in the congregation was seeing, work the Nikki. Everybody in the congregation was seeing the video. And then he had to come out, which is the guy, the pastor had to basically tell the story of what happened, and he was basically asking for forgiveness and everything like that, and basically explain the whole situation. Not gonna lie, I did see the video before it got taken down. It's T, girl. What I tell you, I'm gonna just say he was handling those Big Debbie cakes. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. That's why y'all can't be trusting people all this time with like yourself, because it's like, why would you think, as a married man with kids, now your kids are gonna have to know about this, because this is all over the internet. And Mr. Big Debbie Cakes Fat Cat, he had no sympathy about it. In this video, I would play it, but he's cursing a lot in it. He showed no sympathy. He didn't give a crap. He was just saying, I don't care. I knew he had a wife and kids, but hey, he wanted the Big Debbie cakes. I gave him the Big Debbie cakes. So, right? So that was the whole story, you guys. So the pastor came out in the video. He was basically saying, let me play it for y'all. He was like, that was me in the video. It's very, very embarrassing. I'm sorry to my wife and kids, all that type of stuff. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Mind you, this was the same pastor who, okay, there we go.
What's up, little bro? Turns out some wishes do come true.
Hold on, y'all.
Pastor Dwayne Dawkins posted it. He's a content creator.
Okay. We got it, you guys. And this is courtesy of Cocktail Hour with Catrice. Shout out to you, Cocktail Hour with Catrice. This is all fair use under YouTube's policies. So take a look at his response at the Big Debbie Cakes scandal. And, hashtag Big Debbie Cakes. Merch coming soon.
In that moment, he recorded it. I was aware of the recording. Prior to it was asked if he could record, and I thought it would be for his personal pleasure, so to speak. Again, I preface this all by saying it was not right, it was wrong, but that's where I was at that moment. I had to acknowledge where I was. Later on, that same day, he posted it. He's a content creator, so this is someone who does this as their main or one of their sources of income or whatnot. I called him immediately when I was made aware of it, and said, why did you do that? Please take it down. I didn't give consent for that, etc. He hung up on me. I called back and he blocked me. That was the last I ever heard from him. Imagine I did not sleep. family, loved ones, all of that. So the weight of that shame, savage folk laughed at it, while friends distanced from them openly at all. So they were of that nature, because there's usually grace for heterosexual faults. But when it comes to the, and I fell in a way that most folks don't think you can come back from.
Yeah.
Whether
Oh yeah, he did speak in this video about he felt that he wanted to unalive himself. And you guys are probably like, why do you care, Pierre? It's because he did a lot of sermons condemning people of the LGBTQ community, basically saying they're all going to hell, they're doing trash, and they're doing this. I'm just saying, as a lesson to a lot of you guys, when you see someone going that hard against the community, they're usually the ones getting the Big W cakes thrown at them or giving up the Big W cakes. So that's the lesson of the story, you guys. Hopefully, his family doesn't experience a lot of trauma from this, because I feel more bad for the wife and the kids versus Mr. Dawson, aka Big W Cakes attacker. Okay, that video was terrible. All right, next I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Cynthia. So Cynthia thought she was slick. Okay, she wanted to post a little clickbait. Okay, now where's the shirt? It's okay, you need me for clickbait. So Cynthia, you guys, posted like a post on Facebook. And this is why I was never a Facebook type of guy, because they post a lot of clickbait on Facebook, which I hate. Like, I hate clickbait. So they posted like a clickbait. Her Facebook page posted a clickbait being like, "Oh, I'm coming home." And it was a picture of him and Peter lying down on each other. Her lying down on Peter, and then with a caption like, "Hey, I'm coming home," or something like that, making it seem as if like she's going to be going back to Peter Thomas after the whole divorce and everything, which I didn't believe once I saw it, because if one thing about it, Cynthia couldn't stand the financial burden of what Peter Thomas did to her. So I kind of knew that was going to be clickbait, which we ended up finding out later. So she said in a comment below, and said this: "Love is a beautiful thing. While we both will always have love for one another, we have decided to go our separate ways. No one is to blame, and we're grateful that we made good friends." And this was the statement when the divorce was announced. And this is what she had to say with the whole Peter clickbait thing. She said, "Peter and I are not back together. We are friends only. We were married for 8 years. So of course we have remained friendly and cordial." Cynthia told the Shade Room, "I am and have always been very close to his older daughter, Portia." And we're not talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia. Okay? Portia. No, we're not talking about her. Here's what I think. A lot of people are trying to get Cynthia back on Housewives. No, Cynthia needs to stay off Housewives. If she's going to come back, she needs to go to Beverly Hills. She cannot be on Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta's already boring enough. The last thing we need is someone who is kind of scared of confrontation to be on the show. So that's a dub. A lot of people are saying that she should go back with Leon. That, I think, is the move. Look what a beautiful creature they created when it came to Noelle. Like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't come once in a blue moon. I mean, that doesn't come a lot. It comes in once in a blue moon. So I feel like she should give I think his name Lionel. No, it's what's his name? I forgot his name. I just say his name and I forgot. I feel like she should give her baby dad a chance. I feel like she should give the baby dad a chance, to be honest. Throw Janisha John as one of the baddie castings. You're talking about baddies. Oh my God. Cynthia should go to Potomac. Cynthia lives in California now, so she doesn't live in Atlanta anymore. So that's the main reason why she can't even go to Atlanta anymore. I believe she still has a home in Atlanta, but most of the time she's spending in California too. But like I said, Andy's making a huge mistake, because a lot of the cast members that are having huge storylines that we should be following, Leon, y'all just remember, Leon. A lot of the cast members that have storylines that they should be following, they're not even on the show, aka Portia, aka Phaedra. I'm not going to include Nene on this because Nene sued Bravo. They're not going to have her back. Like, come on now. Like, it's common sense now. I hate when people are like, bring back Nene. I'm like, do you guys not know how contracts work? Do you guys not know how business works? If you sue a business, they're not just gonna let you come walk in their building and have coffee and cake. No, she's not coming back. Give it up. Stop having Nene trend for her coming back. Andy's not gonna change his mind. Had she not sued, I could guarantee you she would have already been on the show the last 2-3 seasons. Guarantee you, because the ratings went down. But that's what I have to say about Miss Cynthia. Okay, so go to Beverly Hills. Okay, put some more Black people on Beverly Hills, so that way Garcelle could not have just Sutton back her up. She's like, I can't keep backing you up, Garcelle. You're colored, but I'm not colored, so I can't really relate because I don't see color. Okay. Next I wanted to talk about, you guys, was DaBaby. So now this was embarrassing. Oh God. There's a video that went viral of him going to a restaurant, and basically I'm gonna start taking calls soon, so you guys can start joining now. There's a video of him that's going viral of him basically looking as if he's giving out free tickets to people in a restaurant to go to his concert. And it's funny, I went to one of my friend's birthday dinner last night, and we were just talking about how some of his tickets were buy one get one free, and how if somebody gave me free tickets, I would still go. No shit, I would go. I don't care if I don't really care for the artist. You would have to do something so detrimental that I would hate you as the artist, but I would still go. It's free, okay? You don't get free concert tickets anywhere. Like, they don't just give that out. So the fact that he's giving that out, you could tell he really has taken an L in his career, but I would take the tickets and I would go, period, okay? And I would just go for the ambiance. That's why I would go, okay? So this is him in the video, you guys, giving away the free tickets. Allegedly. And then someone said, did y'all accept the tickets? And all y'all going? She said, nah, a couple of my coworkers accepted them. His friend asked me if me and my friend if we wanted some and started to hand them out to us, but we said, no, thanks. I like his music, but I just didn't feel like going. They said, LOL, you denying the free tickets from the artist himself says a lot about his decline. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Beyonce gave her tickets. Wanting them or not, she's taking them. Feeling like going or not, she was going. So that statement was so cringeworthy. I do feel as if he was giving them out in it as a nice gesture. I don't think he was giving them out in a way like, oh my God, I need like 500 more people in this venue to book it, or else they're gonna cancel the concert on me. Oh, here. I do feel like he was being a little bit nice, but I wouldn't have done that, to be honest, because you already have a rep of not having ticket sales. So having this footage out there of you is just proving, and it's just pushing the narrative out there that you can't book out a venue like you used to. So DaBaby even clapped back at this and said, whoever paying them blogs to post that BS need to get their money back. It ain't working, N-word. We show up in real life and we flipping upside down. Not gonna lie, this footage of video that he posted, it looks old. It doesn't look recent, DaBaby, okay? But we're gonna let you live. Keep living it up, not paying your taxes, and some Jocelyn. Because no, it doesn't look recent. Maybe it's me. Well said, DaBaby does things and doesn't realize other people are watching, feels insulted or disrespected by some of his actions / words. The Danny Lee, GAY comments, Megan comments, and probably more. He knows those are. That's what I said. I could have sworn I seen that video somewhere. So quit playing DaBaby. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like Drew Dawes said, wait a minute. Like, you're lying. Okay. All right. I'm gonna add in my first caller, Asha. So make sure you're ready, Asha. What is T? What is going on? What is going on? I'm cursing.
Oh my God. Hi. I kind of want to talk about the Shanquella Robinson thing, because that's, for the last couple of days, has really been bothering me and not sitting right with me, like, at all. One, I have so many, like, I feel like one thing that we still haven't gotten is why they were even fighting in the first place.
Right.
Like, I feel like, as someone who recently went on a vacation with a friend, like, I completely understand sort of like all of the tensions that may rise over vacation, but they were there for a day. Like, that happened like within like I think it was like 24 hours or something. Like I don't know. On top of that, though,
you're thinking it's a setup. You don't think that like they went there with good intentions and something happened and they ended up fighting?
I don't know necessarily that it's a setup because I can't think of any smart person who would go to Mexico to commit a crime. Like,
Right.
that also doesn't make sense to me. And also seeing like the video, that type of heatedness, it seemed like that was like a reaction to something, which doesn't at all justify anything that happened, but
Right.
it did seem like it was a big reaction. Like the video when she's walking in the room and like her friends are all sitting there, like there was obvious tensions
Mm-hmm.
just on that like the trip, but I'm kind of wondering what happens like to escalate it, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not making sense. And just all of the stuff about like, I don't know if it's the way, like what's the energy of life right now, like pre like pandemic things, but it's sort of like we really have to watch our friends these days. Like, we don't
Yes.
know the people who are around us, especially like I know the difference between a party friend and like a friend. And I don't
Yes.
know if like, but the guy who said he was her best friend, like of 5 years or whatever, I feel like he like just all of the stories, all of the narratives, all the stuff about that, it just really bothers me. Like that it's just so wrong, and it's so wrong to me that people could do that to another person that they know, like have history with. Like, I wouldn't even treat a stranger like that, but to treat a
Right.
friend like someone who you know, like they used her cards to fly back supposedly from Mexico. There was like a $10,000 charge on her card. Uh, on top of that, there was the thing about basically the girl who they've been trolling online, the dark skinned girl who
Right.
they've been saying nasty things about. She's supposedly coming out and saying now that, yeah, they were fighting, but she didn't from the fight, you know, like it was the other girl, the light skinned girl who was also
Right.
on the trip, who
I
came
saw
in
that.
and sort of like chokehold slammed her, which supposedly broke her neck. And regardless, how do you speak online about these types of things and like nobody does anything? You
Right.
know, they it's all of that to me is just so backwards. Like all like it's fearful and it's scary, and the fact that there isn't even, I've seen a lot about it like in Black media, but
Mm-hmm.
this has been very within Black media so far, and I feel like it needs to reach
White
other
media.
spaces.
Right.
Yeah, because this case, especially looking into just the legal stuff, like they have to extradite them to Mexico or extradite the case to the US so they can process them for Mexico. Just it needs a lot of attention and support in order to get what it needs to do. And I just really hope that like the public outrage doesn't let up. Like, we need to keep at this.
Pushing
Like,
it. Yeah. Yes, I'm
yeah.
gonna make sure to keep updating on the story too. And I do get what you mean 100%, meaning that only Black media is covering this. Because I remember, I forget this girl's name, but it was this white girl that ended up getting murdered by this guy, and the parents helped her cover it up. I
Oh,
forget.
Gabby Petito? Gabby
Right.
Petito. Yeah, I'm a
This
big true crime, so I know
right,
like
I
all
could
this.
tell because I was like, this girl's on her stuff. They pushed that story out, I believe, more than anything. Every channel you turn to, they're talking about this girl. Every
They're still talking
YouTube
about
video
it.
you saw recommended, it was about her. It was still about her. And
Mhm.
now she just got rewarded, I believe, like 3 million to her family. They
Mhm.
make sure that people that are not of color are protected, and they make sure to push those stories out there to make sure whoever does crimes to them is put behind bars or dead.
Yeah, like even all the discourse about, and I know it's a different topic, but like the things that are happening in Milwaukee with the boys, like I don't want to go into that because I know YouTube stuff, but like even
Yeah.
that hasn't received as much like things that happen in the Black community to Black people just have not like it makes me upset. Like it shouldn't just be the shade room or neighborhood talks and stuff that's
Right.
talking about this. Like, it should be major news networks. Like, this like, how do you, like, everybody's gone on a vacation with their friends one time or another, like, and to be like, they left her there, like they left without her, got on a flight, returned her luggage, like went and played in her parents' faces
Right.
and lied as if nothing happened, knowing what happened. Like, this is very, like, these are big crimes, like big
Yeah.
crimes that should be taken very, very seriously. And it's just, it's disheartening. Yeah.
What do you like? What would be your best guess? And I know we shouldn't be speculating, but what happened? But what do you, if you were to like guess what happened to her and what made her be unalive, what would you say happened? Because I do believe that there was a third round that wasn't shown, or the footage didn't
Yeah.
show, that we didn't get, and I think that's what ended her life, was like a final fight.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people talking like about speculation that they were fighting over a man, which I just think is so trivial and so to like I there was some discourse talking about how like I can't remember her name. She's the same girl as the name from Proud Family. Dejanay.
Yeah.
Basically she supposedly was an employee for one of Shanquella's businesses or something like that. And there
Mhm.
was some, like supposedly there's a corset or something that was her like clothing company that she also like was posing for or something. So it's speculated that they were working together and that there was some sort of like business falling out, which yeah. But I honestly can't even like I it doesn't make sense to me what would drive a person to do those types of things. So I really can't even like make complete sense of it. Like it just so doesn't make sense. Like there's
Right.
nothing that I could think of that would take me to that point, especially in Mexico, because that's just like
Right. Yeah, why they didn't think I don't think a lot of the friend group knows Mexican jail. Cause like even I remember watching Bad Girls Club and Megan, and I know this is all topic, Megan fought Rima, and one of the first things she said in her confessionals, because the police ended up coming up, she said, "Oh my God, I really hope I don't get put in Mexican jail." That
I
was one
remember
of the
that too.
first things she said. I remember that vividly. She was like, "I do not want to go to Mexican jail." And I remember
And I
being
think
young. I'm like,
Christina
"What's wrong
did
with
something
Mexican
too in that
jail?"
season. Yeah,
Right. And
no,
I did
it's
my
like
research. I'm like, "Oh,
like I don't know how you can't not think about because it's like even
yeah,
because I just took like a trip and I brought my friend and it's really funny that we had a huge falling out. So
yeah,
it's like vacation be it, but at the same time even looking into like traveling there, you do your research. Like I was looking into going to Cabo, like I was like, oh, that seems nice, and then I looked at the laws, so strict.
it's very
Like
strict."
and it's just like I don't want to end like those types of situations are just dangerous for everybody involved. So to a certain extent, I do understand why they all fled. But if I was in that situation and I fled, like I would have come to the US and then said something. Like I would have been like, now that I'm here, I'm safe. Just because there were so many people on that trip, and the fact that none of them have come out to give a concrete, like A to Z, this is exactly what happened, bothers me. That means all of y'all are in on it. All of y'all are trying to save yourself.
Right. Any final
Yeah.
thoughts before adding the next caller?
No, but I'm happy I got to do this
Yeah,
again.
your skin is popping, by the way. I just want you to
Oh
know
my
that.
God, thank you. I was
Thanks
getting ready.
for
Like I'm in my little Christmas thing.
thank you
Okay.
so much for joining.
Thank you.
All right, next call I'm going to add in is Ari. One thing I wanted to talk about this story too, and I'm gonna relate this story back to the Shanquella story. It's because to me, I blame friends that try to make friends that are not compatible be friends. And this story I'm gonna bring up. So hold on. Y'all gonna see how I'm gonna connect this really not shoot, I exited out of it. But y'all see how I'm gonna connect this really, really, really nicely. So if you guys haven't been watching Impact ATL, right? So Jayda and Ari have been beefing a lot. Okay, Miss. The internet says, as you can see, Jayda says a lot towards the series. I was recapping the series a lot before I got super busy on. So I want y'all to know if y'all want me to still keep recapping the series, you guys. If you guys are still interested in hearing my opinion on this series, because I do think it's a really, really good series. And the reason why I'm going to relate this back to the whole Shanquella story is because I feel as if as friends, we need to know that not every friend is compatible with another friend. So some people thinking that they're being a peacemaker, it's actually not creating peace, it's actually creating more drama. And the reason why I say this is because you have people, we have in this series, we have Tay and we have Tucson, and they're basically in the middle of Ari and Jayda, because you can tell these two will never be friends. These two will never mesh. Someone said what network this is on. It's on BET Plus, so you'd have to have the subscription to watch. But if y'all want to watch the series, y'all don't tell nobody I told you. But go to MrWorldPremiere.com and Broken Silence, and you guys can watch it for free. But you have friends like that will try to make them force them sort of a little bit to try to be friends, to try to make them get along. And it's just like some two people sometimes will not mesh. And this is why I say this is a little bit similar to the Shanquella story, because they probably have friends in the friend group that tried to make Shanquella be part of, let's say, Dejanay or the other girl, I forget her name, friendship, and then they all three become friends, and it just doesn't mesh because sometimes let's just say those two are jealous of Shanquella, and look what ends up happening. Okay, so Jayda, you guys talked in this video about what happened between her and Ari and why they end up why they do not get along, and she addressed the internet also as to why we need to mind our business.
That plays a big role. If you met people on the internet, you do business on the internet, stop saying that. Y'all are really, I need y'all to like, for real, just hush. Like, y'all don't even be knowing what y'all talking about. The internet plays a big role in everybody's lives.
We all got assigned colors. Ours was pink, and then she pulls up in pink too. And then she made a tweet on Twitter was like, "Pink is not my color." She took my color. Like, she basically, bitch, what you got? This not. It's also fucking petty, but my problem is they'll say I'm the victim.
Is Jayda looking like a sunflower for me? A wilted, dead sunflower.
Well, Jayda just not gonna tell the world what the fuck you be doing. Like, the internet might actually be right what they talking about. She posted our.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, forcing them to be friends, talking about the internet might be right on what they're talking about, everything. If you guys watch this series, I'm telling you guys can see the undercover jealousy between each other and the undercover hate. I do think now, because if you guys watch my first couple of episodes recaps, I thought that Ari was the problem, because you guys already know, like, the rep she gets on the internet and everything like that. I'm thinking Ari was the problem, but as the episode started to go on, you could kind of see that Jayda was the problem. Like, she seemed a little like, so she seemed as if, like, she, you know, this type of person where they think they're always being shaded, or they think they're always being talked about. She, as the series goes on from episode 1 to, I think they're on episode 7 now, I believe, 6 or 7, you could kind of see Jayda more and more getting paranoid of what Ari is doing or saying about her. And even with Tay, you could see that Ari and Tay's friendship, I guess, kind of gets her a little bit frazzled and gets her a little bit jealous. So this is why I relate this to the Shanquella story too, because sometimes people are just not meant to be friends. So we as friend associates, okay, of a group, a friend group, need to stop making fetch happen, okay? It just won't happen. All right, so Ari replied back to the whole situation with the whole colored dress thing, because she was just basically saying, like, girl, like, I didn't take your color pink, like, I was wearing purple. Because if you guys see, you see my nice thumbnail that I did, y'all see that in the thumbnail we have Ari wearing purple, and then you guys see the little bit of the pink reflecting on Jayda's face, and she was the one that ended up wearing pink. So Ari claimed, like, hey, I showed up in purple, you know, giving Barney realness, and I never showed up in pink.
I wore purple to the shoot. I don't know what that whole thing is about. I wore purple. Clearly, y'all see the picture. I wore purple. I wore purple. What the fuck y'all? I'm not y'all. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. I don't have on pink. I have on purple. It's on a billboard. It's everyone on the internet. I have on purple.
Y'all want to hear what Cardi B had to say? Okay.
I apologize.
Oh, let me play Cardi B one more time after she found out that you tried to set me up.
I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add in my next caller. You guys, I was muted. Okay. All right, I was muted, you guys. My bad, my bad, my bad. No, I was saying, I'm gonna add in my next caller, Ari. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
Hi, Pierre.
What's up?
I'm good. I'm still at work, but I was like, I gotta talk to Pierre. Gotta catch up on all the stuff.
What do you think about some of these topics of this live?
I think the Shanquella topic, it reminded me a lot of the girl who passed in the freezer. There's so many losses this year. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Especially around with people that you're supposed to be friends with. It's
Right.
really sad, and hopefully somebody comes forward with more proof, because I seen the live that one of her friends had did, the male guy, and
Yeah.
it didn't seem like it was genuine. It seemed like something was missing, and it seems like somebody's covering something.
Right. And it's the lack of sympathy for me, because during the live you could tell like he wasn't moved by what happened. He just was like, oh,
Like,
okay.
no, not even a shed a tear or nothing. He was just like no emotion at all.
Right. And then also when it comes to Jayda versus Ari, who do you think is at fault for this relationship not making amends, or not being fetched? Who do you think is the issue?
I'm not sure, honestly. It could be both parties, at least from what I'm hearing. Miscommunication between the both of them.
Right. Any final thoughts on any of these topics?
The pastor thing that you talked about, that killed me. I was sitting here laughing. I was like, oh my God. Karma is a bee though. What comes around goes around. And like you said, most of these people in the church that be preaching against the LGBT community are the ones that are doing the most.
Oh my God. And I'm telling you guys, that video is T-Raw, like he was handling them Big Debbie cakes. I could just tell, all I'm saying is, I could tell from watching that video, that wasn't the first time he got Big Debbie cakes thrown at him. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it wasn't.
I didn't see it, but that's.
You stop. Oh man.
I was saying that I missed the live that you were talking about Crouton. He got back to me. If you seen the screenshots that I posted in Discord.
Oh wait, okay. What's T with that? What did he say? What did he say?
He was like, "Oh, I thought it's different because he supported me or I supported him, blah 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 blah." I was like, "But you never shouted out Pierre at all." I was like, "Not until you sit there and put it on your story." I was like, you make fun of people all the time. It's an impression thing, and it's
Right.
not an attack. He tried to make you look like a bully, and I don't play that."
Thank you. See, my entertainment is right hard. Okay, thank you so much, Ari. Because like it wasn't even like that, to be honest. And to me, it's not like you would have thought if Tasha K did that, maybe I'd be like, okay, because I was her for Halloween. Like I wasn't even you for Halloween, my guy.
And he's like, "Well, I don't really watch his videos like that, but I do watch Armand Wiggins talk about me and all this stuff." I was like, "Well, you're on a show. You're on a show, and you're making yourself look like a fool. So everybody's gonna sit there and laugh at you. Like, goodbye, Rufus. Like, we don't want to hear what you gotta say. Mad because he didn't get an interview."
Right. We're not gonna give Mr. Crew more time, okay? Thank you so much for calling in, Ari.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
We're gonna see you in the Discord.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
Night. Make sure you guys join the Discord. I'm gonna drop the link for the Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord, okay? Because we just talk and we have fun in the Discord, okay? Adari said, how can you tell it wasn't the first time? Because the way that he was handling the Big Debbie cakes, he wasn't a stranger to the Big Debbie cakes. That's why. Hi. And then also with the whole Ari and Jayda thing, there was also a small clip. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't. But basically, Ari posted on her story. She basically said, "I hate when a B tells her N-word everything." And then Jayda DM'd her and said, "Ari, you confuse me." And then she was like, "Why?" She was like, "You're talking. I'll be thinking you talking about me." So Ari goes, "Why would I be talking about you? And you're in my close friends." This is what I'm talking about. Some people are just not meant to be friends, and it's okay. Okay. Another quick thing that I wanted to play that was a little funny and that was a little kiki to me was Alicia Keys. You guys, I think she stubbed her toe. Take a look at this clip. I think this is an old clip. Don't get me wrong, but this is my first time actually seeing it. So it looks as if during a performance, Alicia Keys stubbed her big.
Kiss, an illusion of bliss, an illusion of bliss. So it persists like a bottomless kiss, an illusion of bliss, an illusion of bliss. So it persists like.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, when I see that video, I'm going to watch it on like 10 And listen, I love Alicia Keys. Besides the whole Swiss Beat thing, I know a lot of people give her a lot of rap for the whole Swiss Beat thing, but Sister Girl really can sing. And even her newest projects are really it. One of my favorite songs that she's put out recently is Lala featuring Sway Lee. I still love smoking Lala. I still love smoking Zaza. Like, I love that song. You know what I'm saying? But that performance that was just not it. I don't know if she stubbed her toe on the mic, a mic stand hit her, some one of the drummers accidentally stepped on her feet. But girl, but God, I laughed, but I just had to show y'all that it's so comedic over all these dark topics. I had to show y'all a little something so I could, so we could laugh. All right, last caller I'm going to add you guys is Mari. What is going on, Mari? What is going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I was making sure you can't hear an echo or nothing.
Right.
But anyway, okay, so for the Shanquella situation, I was just looking at the Shade Room comments and I hear I see a lot of people saying stuff like, "Oh, Mexico is out the list for me," or "Mexico is out the question for me." And it's not even the area that they travel to, it's the friends who she's traveled to. So it's not even the countries that should be avoided. It's the friend group that you feel like have secret animosity towards you. Just avoid that. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't even be the country. It's the friends. That's so. And honestly, I wanted I'm the entertainer that I told you I went to county. Boy, that bell. Oh no. That's why I was letting you know. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So then when the whole Shanquella situation, I was like, I wonder how it's gonna play off because they're gonna be under that jail.
Right. No, like they are. Like I don't get why they are so much in hiding and wouldn't just come out forward and actually tell. Because let's say God forbid I end up in a situation like that and I know what happened. I'm telling. I don't care. I'm not gonna get you.
Yeah, I'm pointing that part.
I'm pointing
pointing
fingers. You feel me? I'm joining the witness protection program. All that. I don't care. I love my freedom.
And then her family, like the distress that they're in right now, the interview that her family's giving, like that is so crazy right now. Like this is so disgusting. And really, like this should just be another awakening. Please watch your surroundings, watch your friends, and if you feel any weird animosity, please take it into consideration and talk to your friends. Like let's start fixing stuff up so we can avoid all of this because it should never be like this. Mind you, Mexico, it has a lot of politics with like I don't want to say it, but like the NARCOs and then all these other people, like it's like a war going on around there. So it's just not the time and place to be doing that in Mexico. So them pulling that is just all bad. Like I don't know. I want to see how this plays out though. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much and have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you. I love my entertainers, y'all. Y'all want to see that Alicia video? So Tyler said, start playing that in the place of Cardi B video. Let me tell you, if I start doing that, people gonna start unsubscribing. They barely like the Cardi B video. Imagine if I start doing that. They're gonna be like, oh my god, that voice. They're gonna be like, I blew out their eardrums because they was listening to me on high while they going to the gym or something, and then the song that her performing that blew in their ears. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. See, if I do it, blame Tyler. She the one pushing me to do it. I ain't gonna do that to my entertainers. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be too mad if I do that. One more time, y'all. One more time before I end this live. One more time. Oh, and also we'll talk about Elon Musk. Hold on.
So it persists like a bottomless kiss, an illusion of bliss, an illusion of bliss. So
and listen, the memes have been endless with this because somebody said when the doctor says push. Oh God, I'm telling you, in days like this, if you don't laugh, you're gonna make yourself miserable. So like videos like this, I appreciate because I laugh to get through pain. So I love videos like that because like I'll just watch it over and over just to laugh. I think what happened was I think she thought she was hitting a note, like one of those Beyonce like what, like you know how Beyonce at the beginning of Hello, you know the song Hello, she goes like she does. She thought she was hitting one of those, but instead she sounded like a grizzly bear. Don't be scared of the bear. If you see a grizzly bear, don't be scared of the. Don't be scared of the bear. How did quote go? Okay, last thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Twitter. So everybody's doing this whole thing, talking about Twitter's done, Twitter's dead. Let's bury Twitter. Twitter's done. Twitter's dead. Twitter's dead. You guys need to stop canceling Twitter before Twitter has the chance of canceling itself. That's one of my favorite platforms, you guys. So you guys need to stop doing that. Okay. So basically, what happened was once he took over, he gave like the employees of Twitter like this whole thing to where he said, "Hey, we're gonna be creating a Twitter 2.0, and if you guys do not want to respond yes on a Google form if they want to stay for a Twitter 2.0, which I guess means like a stricter work environment, then you guys could quit." So I guess everybody wasn't feeling it, so they up and shook. Okay, one thing about it, I'm not no Elon Musk or anything like that, but I was a GM at one point, and this is what I will say: when you take over a business, a store, or something, and you're coming under other management leaving, or you're taking over for someone, it is not tea, baby, because you're going to have to go through hell and back. I'm telling you this. Like, I remember when I was in jail, right? I almost got into so much fights because, like, I had to fight so much, like, drivers because I was a GM of Domino's. If I don't know, this was like when I was like a jit. I'm young now, but like I was a jit then. So like I had to fire like some hood ass drivers, and they almost beat my ass, girl. But it's like when you take over businesses, you're going to have to go through stuff like that. So I'm still holding hope out for Twitter, because that's where you get some of the greatest XXX videos, and that's where you get some of the greatest and funniest memes and jokes. So fingers crossed on that one, okay? Ebony said, wow, you could sing two pair. Listen, you know, my little throatish could do something now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Tyler, yes, I was 19. Like, I had just, like, this was like a year after high school. And then I had did it for like a year. But then I quit because I ain't gonna tell y'all why, because y'all gonna figure out my age if I do. All right, so entertainers, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below of all of these topics, you guys. Let me know what y'all think, and we are out, babies.
Ain't no personal thing.